everybody. Today I want to do a video about go bags. I get a lot of inspiration online, YouTube, Instagram, all kinds of places where I see great ideas for stuff in the go bag. And I figured I might as well share what I have. Not all of this is my idea. A lot of it has been borrowed. I have a couple ideas of stuff that I keep in there just for things that I find myself doing. I do a lot of sailing. I have two vehicles. This bag comes with me when I travel in a vehicle, if it's going to be for an extended period of time. I have an electric vehicle which I use for like commuter, like regular transportation, and then if I need long distance, I obviously have a gas powered vehicle. But this bag, usually whatever vehicle I'm using, I'm using the electric during the week usually, and then during the weekend, if I'm going far out, then I'll use the gas powered. So I'll just switch the bag. But like I said, I kind of use the same bag, and I might modify it a little bit depending on the weather. We're in Michigan, so in the summer it gets super hot and humid. During the winter it's cold. We've been having some mild ones. Maybe it's global warming. I don't know what's going on, but it's a little different. Michigan has that reputation of weather changing a lot. Anyways, neither here nor there. This will be a little bit longer of a video, and I'm just gonna get into it. This is my go bag, and I got my little buddy here who's watching me. He's helping me film today. He's just staring at me like Daddy's crazy. We'll start on the outside first. Like I said, it's gonna be a little bit longer of a video. So also let me know what is in your go bag. Put down in the comments what you think maybe I need to add to mine, or some ideas that you have in yours that maybe I can add to this bag. The bag that I use is it's a Patagonia Refugio 28 liter. So it's not a very big bag, but I like a bag that I can fit into kind of a little bit more tight spaces. I am thinking about maybe getting a bigger bag, but I'm kind of in the middle of deciding that right now. I like this one. It does good for me, but like I said, maybe I'll upgrade. Maybe throw me some comments and you might convince me to upgrade. I don't know, to get a bigger bag. But we'll got the first thing, got the Hydro Flask, which keeps everything nice and cool or hot, whichever you like it. Keeps that temperature. An REI purse, you'll notice most of my purses are REI. I think I may have the whole store at this point, but if not, we're working on it. So I'll put this here. So some container for liquids, water, keeping it cool or hot. What else? So on the outside, I also have clipped on my GPS, my Garmin. This comes in great handy when sailing. I can just look and see where I'm at in relation to the land. We're kind of by Canada here too, so it helps me to kind of stay out of Canadian waters best I can. No guarantees. Then I also have here carabiner to this titanium cook pot. I have the Life Straw water bottle. So again, you just put water right in there, fill it up, twist on the top. It's got the filter and everything. And all you're doing is popping the top and sucking through the filter, and bingo bango. You never know when you need clean water, and this is a good way to make sure you will have clean drinking water in any situation that arises or doesn't arise. some of this stuff, hopefully maybe I just carry it around for no reason. But I also have this cooking pot. Swings open, locks into place, top comes off. It's titanium. It boils water super quick, and I usually just also eat out of it at the same time. So it acts as the receptacle. This has saved me many a times on long sailing trips. I will just use this, even if they were supposed to be short sailing trips, they turn into long sailing trips. And this has helped me out when I get super hungry. So, titanium cook pot. Let's get into the top of the bag. We've got first little pocket right here. I'll take some of these things out of the frame, so I'm not cluttering up this frame here. Yeah, what's up, my bub? You want to watch? He wants to say, he's telling me to get down. But you can watch or you can come up here. We're doing a show, see? Say hi. Hi, show. All right, so we'll talk about this pocket up here. Up first, we have 2 battery packs for cell phones or anything USB that I can plug a USB into. I have 2 because, as they say, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. Which I guess is kind of a weird saying because these things I only have 1 of, I guess I have none of, but battery packs. We also have, this is, okay, so we get really bad fish flies where we're at, and that was the reason I got this, but this also came into use when I was doing a little stealth camping, but what this is a mosquito net for your head. So, whoop. And it's kind of cool, fits in this nice little tight pouch, because when those fish flies or when the bugs are crazy, they can be super annoying, and not a lot is much more uncomfortable than a bunch of bugs biting you up and nipping you around. So that is also what I have in there. I also have headlamp with red light as well. Again, a lifesaver, especially if you're doing something like sailing or you're diving and you got to get all your equipment back together, and maybe you did a night dive and you got to find everything. You can use the red light is great so that you're not ruining everybody else's night vision, including your own. But this allows you to work with hands-free, and you can still use your hands to get all the stuff you need to get done. So a headlamp is probably, I use this more than anything, maybe in this bag, I would say. The headlamp is probably like my #1. Anything else in this? Nope, that is all for this one. All right, bud, let's get into this top one. You're gonna make me use one hand for all this, huh? On the top zipper, I have paracord. You never know when you're gonna need some cordage, so you got the paracord. I have 2 of these ready-to-eat, basically pizzas. 2 packs of them. Like I said, I did a video previously on emergency food. This is the food I kind of keep on me in this go bag in case it hits the fan and I gotta have something to eat, something to munch on, something to sustain myself. These will get me with the cheese and the bread and everything. This will get me, this will keep me good till I get where I'm going, right? So you gotta have some sort of food, in my opinion. Sorry about that, bud. Kind of like bashing his head around and stuff. A net gator. COVID times, you never know where you might end up. You never know when the rules are going to change. So it's good to have a face covering. If not a face covering, some sort of net covering for bugs or something like that. Or if you're if it's, dust, smoke, whatever, good to cover your face. Also, if you're out there on the boat, there's not a whole lot of shade, obviously, if you're on top deck. So this could be a good way to keep from getting really badly sunburned. But mask, sunburn, whatever the case is, that's why I put this in there. What else we got, my guy? This is waterproof paper, Right in the Rain paper. This is cool. It's got a bunch of different things on here. It's got all sorts of information tables, ruler on the back. It's rainproof, so if it's wet outside, you can go ahead and write in the rain, as it says. Pretty self-explanatory. Self-explanatory for you, bud? Maybe. I don't know. He's still very amused at all this stuff that's going on. But Right in the Rain paper, that's what I got. I have attached in here a folding knife. This is a Boker Sniper, I believe. It's got a pretty large blade on there. It's got a little bit of decent weight to it. Holds an edge pretty good. So I keep this folder in here. Up next, okay, my folder gets dull. I have a pocket sharpening stone. Is this the best thing to sharpen it? No, but if you really ding up and screw up your edge, this can help you out of a couple jams. Not meant to give you the Ginsu Championship sharpening blade, but it will do ya till you can be figured out. Pencils, other writing utensils in here as well, but it's good just to have those. I also have a multi-tool. This is a Gerber. I know a lot of people like Leathermans. I like Leathermans too, and I have a Leatherman, but I lost it. So this is what I'm using right now. It has scissors, all the stuff you'd have at a Leatherman, little screwdrivers, stuff like that, plus the pliers, little belt clip. Again, good tool to have. Multi-use, especially on the boat. All sorts of nuts and things you need to tighten up and whatnot. Way of starting fire we have, obviously, a fire starting rod. Woohoo! How's that? Pretty cool. So again, a way to start fire. Again, this is from Gerber as well. They got a lot of cool stuff. Fire, that's right. So we got that. Not sure where I have an extra spring hook, but that's in there too. Let's see, we have a compass. So this is good. Although the boat has compass, got GPS compass. Again, we've got some backups. So we have a compass here, which you can, of course, do compass, elevation, range finding, all sorts of things with this. Super, super useful. Maybe we'll do a video on how to use this properly. I think a lot of people know how to use it. Some people may not know how. We'll do a video with this at some point. But again, good to have, especially as a backup. Next we have, I got another one of these. We have not one, but two lighters. I saw this on, what is it, Grand Thumb, whatever that channel is. Dude, I love that dude. He's always prepared. He's got all kinds of stuff going on. But this is where I saw that. Lighters wrapped with duct tape. So you got a quick way to start fires, and you got duct tape should you need it. What else we got in here, bud? We have some flashlight that I have looped in here so that I don't lose it if the bag comes open. This is a Phoenix, Phoenix flashlight. So you have the Phoenix. There we go, switchings. It's got a mode switch up here for brightness control. I know, he loves these things. He loves playing with them, but we're doing a video right now. So we can't do it because it's gonna do some weird stuff with the camera and the white balance and all kinds of crazy stuff, but some form of light. All right, next thing, you have to check with your local laws for this, but I have a lockpick kit in here as well. You never know when you're going to need it. You lose keys, stuff like that. Use only for legal purposes. But yes, a lockpick kit. I have used this many times when I've been locked out of the office or locked out of the house or something. If you're locked out of your car, you're kind of up a creek. But if you need to get in a padlock stuff, one time we went out to the boat, went all the way out there, completely forgot the key to get into the cabin of the boat. Lockpick kit saved us. We didn't have to bash off the lock. All right, we also have spoon and fork. You need a spoon and fork. You get hungry. He does love the spoon and fork. Every time I go to the store and they have them available, he takes them. The next thing is a saw. Now this is a flexible saw. So it's very sharp, so you definitely want to kind of be careful with it. But you put your hands in here and you can saw your way. You want to get down? You can saw your way. You can saw your way through branches, stumps, things like that. Or you can, you know, you've seen it whoop, around somebody. Okay, don't do that. I'm not saying to do that, but I'm saying one could do that if need be. I think that is everything in this top section. Oh, no, I also have this, which is a belt, one of these nylon belts. You can use it as a belt, or you can use it as any number of things that you need to tie down or tighten. You could even use it as a low-grade tourniquet. It is not as good as an actual tourniquet, but like I said, if you need it, I have a tourniquet. I keep it in the car. It's not in my go bag. Maybe I should add one in here. But again, I've got that as well. So let's get into the main body of the bag. Okay, I keep MSR jet boil. So just screwing this on the gas here, boop, 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 light it, and you've got jet boil for cooking purposes. So I will go ahead and pop that in there, but I like it because it's super compact. And you got food, you got hot food. I mean, what's not to love about that? Here's my, also keep a Indiana Jones style hat for that time that you just need a hat, or you gotta look cool because you're like on an adventure and you want to look like you're on an adventure. So I strongly suggest everybody get a leather Indiana Jones type hat, just because who doesn't love Indiana Jones? He's like the reason why half of us even want to go on adventures is because we like Indiana Jones. I have a duck back. This is a waterproof shell for my bag, so if it starts raining, starts storming, we get in crazy conditions, I can pop this over the back of the bag and I don't have to worry about everything getting wet. So sort of waterproofing. I have a hammock and lanyards for the hammock. You know, who doesn't love resting in a hammock? It's awesome. I have a rain jacket. I have a down jacket, but a very thin down jacket. I have one of these super absorbent towels. I saw this I got from Tim Ferriss wrote a book. It was something, it was maybe it was a 40-hour one, 4-hour, no, it was a 4-hour chef, I think maybe it was. I don't know, but he was preaching these. I got one. I love it. Now I use it all the time. That's in the bag as well. Rain pants. Again, if you're on a boat, this is kind of like one of those things. Like, if you're sailing, again, you're in the rain, you're going to be top deck because you're sailing, you're in control. You can't just be hiding out below. You got to be out there getting into it. Rain pants go good with, obviously, rain jacket, right? I have an extra shirt, kind of like a camp shirt, very lightweight. I roll up all my clothes, obviously, but it's lightweight, gives you coverage. It can be very breezy if you need it to be. Again, all depending on the situation. I never know how to pronounce these, but shmag, something like that. I got one of those. These are good. They say they're good for filtering water. I've never actually tried it. I might have to go ahead and experiment with that. But again, good for facial covering, or if the sun's really bad, or again, if there's wildfires happening right now, all sorts of stuff going on. Again, it's always good to have one of these on you. And last but not least, look, if you've ever been in a situation where one time I got washed up by a wave and it took my bathing suit right off. You don't want to go through life pantsless. It's a no-go on all cylinders. So, last but not least is a pair of, they're kind of like these pseudo sweatpants, but they're made out of a different material. They're made out of like that nice light, what is this stuff? I don't know. It is yeah, cotton, nylon, and spandex, but I like them because they've got zippered pockets. They're super lightweight. They got little lanyard hooks on them and stuff. They tie off at the ankles. They're perfect. They're lightweight, but they'll keep you warm too if you need to. So I keep an extra pair of pants so I'm not walking around pantsless. And that is it. That is what is in my go bag. I did not mention anything about weapons or anything like that. That all depends on your local jurisdiction, if you're allowed to have firearms, things of that nature. There's way better channels that have in-depth stuff on that. So I don't really get into it here. But if that's something that you feel like you need, I would suggest being armed as well. Having that in your go bag. But that's what's in my go bag. That's what goes with me in whatever main vehicle I'm traveling in, or if I'm headed out on the water, I always bring this kit with me. Add any suggestions you have in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Think about subscribing. You don't have to subscribe, but if you could please subscribe. That would greatly help me out and let me know, hey, you're on the right track to something here. I just want to help people out. I want to bring a community of like-minded people who are just interested in preparedness and adventure stuff and all kinds of stuff like that. So subscribe if you're thinking about that. If you think I did a shitty job, go ahead, hit that thumbs down button and roast me in the comments if you could. I do enjoy reading a couple of good roasts. But if you have anything constructive too, add that in there. As I said, suggestions or stuff that you have in your go bag that maybe I didn't have in mind, that maybe I should have in mind, because maybe I mulled it over and I'm like, do I really need it? I don't know. But go ahead and put that in the comments too. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time.